Alright, this is my homemade wood burner. It's made out of an air caddy. I don't know, maybe 14 inches long, 10-12 inches tall. Welded. All my welds are cleaned up. We're going to burn it in and we'll paint it black. I'm no welder, trust me, you can see, but it's on there. But a 4-inch hinge, just some cheaper hardware, door, fire grate, air breather, just a slide to plug all 4 holes. Did the cuts with a jigsaw, so the door is not real loose. Just the cheapest hardware I could buy. That was like $4 at Lowe's. I think that was $4 or $5 at Lowe's. I did black iron, welded to the bottom, drilled holes, 3/4 inch conduit so the legs can be removed and stowed inside. All that was scrap laying around the house. Put a plate on the top so you can cook on it. That's 6 inches by 5 inches. This is a piece from a basement column. It's 3 inches from outside to outside. Welded it in there. The damper, it's just scrap steel. So we can tighten her down air-wise when she's burning. But we're going to put the chimney on it. Show you that when I get it on. Alright, it's just 3-inch galvanized. I know you're not supposed to have galvanized inside, I understand that, but it's the only thing they had that would fit, and I'm going to burn the galvanization off good, real good, before I ever put it in a tent. The hat I just made myself because they wanted $6 or $7 for one. Piss on that. We just had some scrap. I had to scab 2 pieces together. But inside I also made a spark arrestor for it. It's not pretty. It'll be burned in and spray painted black, high temperature, so it'll look a lot better. You'll see the end result after we burn it in and spray paint it up. But I got on it right now 2 2-foot chunks, but I bought 4 2-foot chunks for an 8-foot chimney, and I even got a 3-inch elbow. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to go straight through the top or out the side when I sew in the stove jack. It's a little heavy with the chimney, 4 pieces, the hat, the stove. It's probably 20-25 pounds. But I don't have, but with the chimney, that's probably the most expensive thing. I don't have probably $25 in it. Yeah, not counting the scrap and all that I had laying around, and the welder and all the tools. It's January 26th, 25th, something like that. It's pretty cold. It's probably hovering around freezing. We still got some snow on the ground here in Ohio, so we'll get her fired up. Be back then. Well, she's going. See if we can peek in there. I got sidetracked and it got dark on me. I don't want to get too close to it where it's burning the galvanization off. She's smoking good. Some of the stickers already started to peel off. She's starting to burn pretty good. We'll let her burn a couple, 3 hours. Try to get it as hot as we can to burn all the paint off the caddy thing and get all that galvanization off the pipe. light, it's already starting to melt and burn everything off. Alright, there's the stove. It just didn't burn the blue off the front quite the way I wanted it. No biggie. We're going to throw it in the fire. And these galvanized pieces, where's the one? This is the one that was hooked up to the stove, and it just didn't burn off the galvanized coating the way it should be. So we're out here cutting down some ash, firewood, and beautiful day too. But some scraps, we got a good hot fire going, and while we're cutting, we're just going to throw them in there, and the stove, let them burn off real good. Be back with you throughout the procedure. And you can see on that elbow, it's already burning it off real good. Got a good breeze, so I'm standing up wind from it. Before anybody comments, he's going to die. Look at burning that right off. It's only been in there 4 or 5 minutes. The cap I made, look at the green on it from the poisons, and I don't exactly know what it would be, part of the galvanization coating. So that's good. Yeah, it's a hot fire. I can feel it clear over here. Shoot, that's working real good. We get all that burned off and sew in our stove jack to our tarp, and we'll be in business. Uh-oh. Through the heat ripples. But yeah, it's working real good. I'm tickled pink. Look at that cap. I hope it's showing up. Definitely burning it off. Just the way we like it. No galvanization. Nice hot fire. We'll be good to go. Alright, we got the galvanization burned off. It distorted the pieces some, but bent them right back in shape. We cooked them for a couple hours in the fire. It just rubs right off. Big crusty flakes on that one. They're definitely burned off. We threw the stove in for good measure. To get all the paint burned off, we'll wire brush it and then hit it with the barbecue grill paint. Alright, we're out in our homemade hot tent. Got the wood burner going, getting ready to cook some dinner. Got plenty of wood. Pipe going through my $6 Walmart silicone baking mat, whatever you call it. What are we at right now? I don't know, we're like 55 degrees, something like that. We're probably 8 by 6 by 5 feet tall, 5 poly tarps. It's not bad in here. It's 15 degrees outside, so it's way better than out there. The doors over here, just sewed in 6 feet of Velcro. Getting sealed up. What are we on the temp? See if we can get that. We're about 55. Oh yeah. MSR Seagull fits perfect on the little cooktop. Definitely heats it up good. Stove jack. Handling the temperatures, no problem. No melting or anything like that. I just sewed it in with artificial sinew. She's definitely burning good. It's 14 degrees outside. And right now, let me get my light just right. Let's go red, see if that helps. And we're right at 60 degrees. 14 outside and 60 in here, that's pretty good. I'll take that any day of the week. Well, it's morning time. I made it through the night. Got down to 14 degrees according to my thermometer. And here it's been holding between 65 and 70, nice and cozy. Homemade stove jack, no problems at all. Wood pile, I didn't really use much at all. Little homemade wood burner is definitely efficient. Just up there, snow melting. Like I said, we are getting right now a pretty heavy snowfall. The snow melting on the roof's collected right there, but it's not dripping through. All the snow inside's pretty much melted away. Mud flaps off semis definitely worked out to walk on. Keep me up out of the mud. Just making some coffee. Kicked back in the old sleeping bag. Nice and toasty in here. We're not roughing it at all. This is my view. Alright, this is the tarp shelter hot tent. There's the door. And we got a lot of snow. This was clean last night. Probably 4 inches in it. It's the back to string the top tarp tight. I just used logs as weights. I threw it up in probably 2 hours. That's getting the stove going and everything. stove jack. Like I said, it's a baking mat, silicone baking mat. It's only $5 or $6 at Walmart. Chimney. Just cut that Y branch, tied it to that sapling to support it. It's just warm out here. It's not hot enough to start a fire or anything. She was plenty warm last night. I had a little better tools and more time, definitely be a lot better, but she's tight. No water got in. And a fine winter day here in Ohio. That is how you do it on the cheap. 5 tarps, $2.53 a section for each stovepipe. The stove I made myself. The whole setup, I probably don't have $75 in it. Works pretty good. Man, it's just a gorgeous winter day. Woods is just still and quiet. We're still getting snow. We've got probably 6-7 inches so far. That's where I drove in last night. You can barely even see it. Hate to leave it. So I'd like to stay out here for about a week straight.